Yep, somehow Mashle Magic and Muscles just made one of the hardest emotionally hitting episodes in anime. This show never ceases to amaze me of just how sporadic it can be. At times I want to hit myself in the head from the awful attempt at humor and the irritating side battles. However, Mashle can deliver truly inspiring moments like in episode 10 that we're about to get into. Simply put, the first part of this episode was boring, but the fighting was actually really good. Wahlberg fights Innocent Zero, and the clash between the two ideologies is surprisingly intense. Wahlberg would rather use his life in order to help others since he himself was helped a long time ago by their former master. It makes sense because as a Christian, I agree that you should help others. Christ first helped me, and so now I should help others. In this anime though, Innocent Zero decides to only help himself, which although Wahlberg would like to say that is morally incorrect, he cannot state it as a fact. Wahlberg's touching story of how their master saved him made me feel vicariously joyful, and to see that happiness juxtaposed with Innocent Zero's pride and rage was surreal. Innocent Zero is the quintessential bad guy. Think Voldemort or Orochimaru giving up their respective humanity in order to gain unlimited evil power. Innocent Zero is a blatant trope, but I still like him as a villain. He's just pure evil, and I actually appreciate that type of character in a, let's face it, a gimmicky type of show. Not to say that Mashle is bad, because I don't think it's terrible. It just has a lot of wacky humor that does not always hit, and I think that it pushes up against the line of a gag anime that doesn't really take itself seriously. However, Wahlberg's passionate fortitude really changed the landscape of the fight, even though he was losing badly. Wahlberg becomes severely injured, but he has one last card to play, his domain expansion, basically. It's his ultimate space magic where he can automatically dispel and transport any magic that is cast within the domain. It takes an incredible amount of power to pull this off, but Wahlberg does it, and yet Innocent Zero remains untouched. He delivers a powerful blow to Wahlberg's morality, and I have to say, this scene made me tear up. It was so sad that Wahlberg's ideology was painfully defeated at that moment. He was devastated, yet Mash came in with a destructive kick to Innocent Zero's face, reassuring Wahlberg that his life was not lived in vain. It's such a role reversal for the student to come in and save the master and his way of life. This episode is almost an exact copy of the premise in Naruto, where the third Hokage has to defend the village with his life from a nigh immortal opponent. But the twist here is that Mash is the one to back up the master. He literally reignites Wahlberg's faith and hope in humanity, and that's not what I expected at all to happen in this random shonen show. Wahlberg was ready to give up and say that not only did he fail, but his entire way of living was wrong. Mash, however, reiterated his claim to punch away the issue that seemed insurmountable. To me, this episode encompassed everything that you could want in a good anime. Somehow, Mashle Magic and Muscles continues to provide us with brief glimpses of pure joy and satisfaction with elements of bittersweet bliss. This episode of Mashle was sentimental and truly exciting. What did you guys think?